I'm a Mastercard Foundation Scholar, so they fund scholars who are doing well academically, but also scholars who are engaged in leadership and community development. So I had to show that in my application. So that's how I got to be the Mastercard Foundation Scholar.
The Mastercard Foundation has, through its comprehensive, sizable grant to us, enabled us to fund. By the time the program ends, roughly 450 scholars from all over Africa. Our scholars currently have come from 19 countries, and to fund people from all sorts of different walks of life to come and do what they really want to do, and always with a focus on making Africa into the Africa we want. It also funds South African students, which is great. And so we're looking for students that have the potential to lead and have the potential to really contribute to Africa's future.
We have been enriched by being part of the Mastercard Foundation, as we have been given the tools to touch Africa from the clutches of inequality. The Foundation has given us the opportunity to interact with scholars from different universities, different cultures, different ethnicities. And this is an amazing opportunity of horizontal exchange of experiences and knowledge.
So today we've got the launch of the Mastercard Scholars Report, a launch on the program which has been running for nearly 9 years now, of scholars who are funded by the Mastercard Foundation to take stock of what we've done in this decade-long program. We're not at the end of the decade yet, but we wanted to take stock now as we plan forward into our next decade, to celebrate the scholars who've been on the program, but also how the program is designed and what it does and the elements that we've included within it.
What they have really done is to really educate my heart as well, because someone once said, education of the head without education of the heart is no education at all.
It is from a culture of universally well-educated citizens that a culture of leadership excellence can not only emerge, but also be sustained. The question is, how do we realize the potential? And that's why you're all here. Clearly, Africa must educate its young people for the type of future that is starting to take shape. And in so doing, it can build a culture from which excellent leaders can emerge.
What role are you going to play? Because we are on the journey to transform the communities in which we exist.
UCT is working with the Mastercard Foundation to renew this partnership even beyond June of 2026, with a further second phase that will increase the diversity and inclusiveness of the program. This time around with a focus on students with disabilities, internally displaced persons, refugees, and women who are showing the potential to become really transformative African leaders.
But the principles remain the same: to ensure that the young people get access to quality education, that the institutions also can support the young people in their transformative leadership journey, to ensure that these young people, when they graduate, we support them to transition successfully into work, dignified work, whether they become wage employees or they create their own work. And the foundation will be there with you.
I'm very much interested in the disparities in healthcare in rural areas, because I am from a rural area in the Eastern Cape where health systems are at the risk of collapsing because they're dysfunctional. So with this degree, I am hoping to sit at the decision-making tables, because that is where I see myself ultimately driving policies. So I would like to also go back home and perhaps start a public health foundation that will really play a role in strengthening the healthcare systems that we find ourselves being governed by in rural areas.
To the young folks, that the future for them is bright because of them, and because Mastercard will journey with us into that future.